The 7th Shatakam of the Lalitha Sahasra Namam is about to complete. Today we are going to see names from 695 to 727. 136th verse.
Dikshita Daityashamani Sarvalokavashankari Sarvarthadatri Savitri Satchidanandarupini.
Dikshita. In this name, Devi is described as the one who has got initiation. The word Diksha has two meanings, one who attains wisdom and one who has received initiation. Since the goddess is Jnana Surupini, she can be called as Dikshita. The goddess is also known as Dikshita because she destroys all the sins of the devotees and gives salvation. Diksha is the act of practicing the prescribed dharmacharas for a certain period of time for a certain purpose. It is also said that as the goddess is Dikshita, she gives necessary guidance to the devotees. Daitya Shamani. It means that Devi is the destroyer of Daityas, that is demons. Aditi and Didi are the wives of sage Kashyapa. Aditi's sons are Adityas and Didi's sons are Daityas. Although brothers, Adityas and Daityas are like two poles in quality and character. The Devas, the Adityas, worship the goddess, so the goddess protects them. Since Daityas are demonic in nature, they are a nuisance to everyone. When their harassment becomes unbearable, Devi incarnates and destroys the Daityas. Sarvalokavashankari. It is said that Devi is the one who makes all the worlds on her side. Sarvarthadatri. Devi is the giver of the wealth, property, wish, desire, etc. Devi is the giver of Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Savitri. Lord Shiva is also known as Savita. Hence, the goddess is Savitri, the wife of Shiva. Satchidananda Rupini. Here, the goddess is described as Sat, Chit, and Ananda Rupam. Sat is something that exists at all times, everywhere, everything, and that is fully existing. Chit is pure wisdom without the help of anything else. Anandam is something that always exists as mere bliss without any motivation of any object. As Devi has these three, Devi became Sat, Chit, Ananda Rupini. The 700 names of the goddess and the 7th Shatakam are over. 137th verse.
Deshakala Parichinna Sarvaga Sarvamohini Saraswati Shastramayi Guhamba Guhyarupini.
Deshagala Parichinna. It is said that Devi cannot be separated or discriminated by land or time. We have seen this before. Sarvaga. In all things, God resides within the heart. Therefore, the goddess is described as the all-pervading one by this name. Sarvamohini. Here the goddess is described as the one who enchants all the people. It is said that when something is born, Devi, by her magic power, enchants it and gives birth to duality. That is why we cannot see the goddess. Saraswati. As Devi imparts knowledge to her devotees in the form of Saraswati, she is referred to as Saraswati or Jnana Surupini. Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Saraswati are different forms of Devi. Shastramayi. This name means that Devi is the essence of the sciences. Mimamsa, Nyaya Shastra, Puranas and Dharma Shastras are said to have originated from the line at the upper part of the throat of the goddess. So, Devi became Shastramayi. Guhamba. The goddess is referred to by this name as the mother of Guhan, she who resides in the cave, etc. Guhan is Kartikeyan, Murugan or Subramanya. Goddess Parvati is Kartikeyan's mother. We have seen that the goddess resides in the heart, in the space of the heart, the cave. Hence, the goddess is also called Guhamba. Guhyarupini. The goddess is described by this name as having a secret form. The form of the goddess is kept secret. It is said that one cannot know the goddess without the Guru's advice. It is also said that if approached carelessly, the goddess would be misunderstood and therefore kept in the Guhya Rupam. 138th verse.
Sarvopathi Vinirmukta Sadashiva Padivrata സമ്പ്രദായേശ്വരി സാധ്വി ഗുരുമണ്ഡലരൂപിണി.
Sarvopathi Vinirmukta. This name shows that the goddess is free from all kinds of limits. This name means that the goddess who is Deshakala has no limits. Sadashiva Pativrata. Here the goddess is described as the Dharmapatni, the lawful wife of Sadashiva, and one who has taken a vow that Sadashiva himself will be her husband. Sampradayeshwari. This name shows that Devi is the goddess of Sampradayam. Sampradayam is the rules and practices that are followed from generation to generation. There is a famous mantra called Sampradayam. It is also said that Devi is the goddess of that mantra. Sadhvi. It should be understood as two names, as Sadhu and E. Sadhu. A sadhu means one who is fit or proper and balanced. One who has mastered sadhana is called a sadhu. He has no duality. Whoever praises or abuses him, there is no change of expression. It is said that the same is the case with Devi. E. It is a letter of the Kamakala. In the Panchadashakshari mantra, the third letter in the Vagbhava Kuda, the first Kuda, is E, the Shakti Amsha. It is known as Kamakala. It is the Shakti Surupa of Kameshwara. This letter also refers to Manmatha, that is Kamadeva. Here it is said that Devi is a form of the letter E. Guru Mandala Rupini. It is said that the Guru Mandalam is ever growing. Starting from Sadashiva and up to the devotee's Guru, the realm has grown without any gap. It is said that no one knows its beginning and end. The goddess is called Guru Mandala Rupini as she appears in the form of the auspicious Guru and bestows blessings on the worshipper. 139th verse.
കുലോത്തീർണ ഭഗാരാധ്യ മായ മധുമതീമഹി ഗണാംബ ഗുഹ്യകാരാധ്യ കോമളാംഗി ഗുരുപ്രിയ.
Kulotirna. Kulam here is taken to mean group of senses. So, by this name, the goddess is described as one who has overstepped the kulam. In other words, it is said that the goddess cannot be known by the karmendriyas or jnanendriyas. It is also said that what is acquired by the senses is limited knowledge. Also, it means that Devi is the Kulotirna Yogini of Sri Chakra. Bhagaradhya. The meaning of this name comes as one who is Aradhya in the Bhagam, one who is Aradhya by the Bhagam, she who is worshipped in the yoni-shaped Trikona Kunda, etc. Bhagam means solar sphere, Surya Mandalam. There is a way of worshipping the goddess in the Surya Mandalam. The name Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha shows this. Bhaga can also be said to mean Ekaram. Bhagaradhya is the one who is to be worshipped by Ekara. The letter A in the Devi's mantra is the Adhara and the Bijam. It is triangular in shape. There is an interpretation that the practice of doing homam to the goddess is held in the triangular shaped Homagunda and that Homagunda is said to be a yoni. The word Bhagam also means yoni. Maya. Whatever conceals right knowledge is the veiling force of Maya. That is called Devi. Devi as an envelope force which makes what is not in one thing, that is, makes it appear as something else. Devi Purana says that it is a power that does strange things like dream and Indrajalam. Madhumadi Mahi. These are two names, Madhumadi and Mahi. Madhumadi. Madhu means honey. Then the goddess can be described as one who is very fond of honey. We have also seen that the goddess likes honey during the description of yoginis. Mahi. The meaning of this name is Bhumi, Prakriti Surupini, Go Surupini, Buddhi Surupini, and a Punya Nadi. There is a sacred river called Mahi. Devi can be described as all these. Ganamba. The goddess is described by this name as Amba, that is mother of Ganas, mother of Gananathan, that is Ganapati, who is worthy to be worshipped in congregations, Janaitri of constellations, etc. Ganas mean the Ganas of Shiva, Devas, Siddhas, Kinnaras, and Gandharvas. It is said that all of them were created by the goddess. Lord Ganesha is the lord of all Ganas. That Ganesha's mother is Devi. The goddess is worshipped by devotees in Ganas, that is groups. The collective worship of people is as dear to Devi as the solitary worship of a worshipper. Devi is also the creator of the constellation, so Devi is their mother too. In Chaturanga Sena, a group consisting of 27 elephants, 27 chariots, 81 horses and 135 infantry can also be called as Ganam. Devi also protects this Ganam as a mother protects her children in Dharma Yuddha. Guhyagaarathya. Guhyagas are a group of devas. As Kubera's attendants, they protect the master's treasure. As the goddess is worshipped by them, she is called Guhyagaarathya. Komalangi. Here the goddess is described as having graceful angas, that is limbs. Gurupriya. The goddess is called Gurupriya because she is the beloved wife of Lord Shiva, the master of all worlds and master of all knowledge. Devaguru Brihaspati is also Guru. Devi is Sri Vidya Surupini, who is very dear to Brihaspati. It can also mean that the gurus who teach the mantras to the devotees are very dear to Devi. 140th verse.
Swadandra Sarvatandreshi Dakshinamurtirupini Sanakadi Samarathya Shivajnana Pradayini.
Swadandra. This name describes the goddess as one who does everything without anyone's reliance and restraints, one with spiritual tantras, one in the tantras of Shaivism, Vaishnavism and Ganapatyam, one who relies on the Supreme Soul, etc. Common people need tools, raw materials and help if they want to do any work. But since the goddess can do Srishti, Sthiti and Samhara by imagination alone, it is said that things can be done without dependence and without the need of anything else. Goddess has the power to do and not to do things. While other deities like Ganapati are worshipped in idols or yantras, first prana pradishta is performed in them. Later, Shodasha upacharas like Avahanam, Asanam and Padyam are performed. Prana pradishta is the goddess Shakti, so there is no worship without the help of the goddess. Prana pradishta is the goddess Shakti itself for the worship of the goddess. If you say Swan, it means the spiritual one, the husband. Tantra means subjugation. She who is merged with Lord Shiva, who is the form of Brahman, is Swadandra. Again, it is said that Shiva and Shakti are one. Sarvatandreshi. Devi is said to be the goddess of all tantras. As the goddess of all tantras, Devi governs their use. Dakshinamurti Rupini. Dakshinamurti is a form of Shiva facing south. According to the Puranas, after the Dehatyaga of goddess Sati, Lord Shiva turned towards the south and did penance. Even when Shiva was giving advices to Brahma and Narayana on Vedanta principles, he was facing south. It is said that the goddess is in the form of such Dakshinamurti. Facing southward indicates destruction. Facing north indicates immortality. Hence it is said that Lord Shiva himself sat facing south and his disciples facing north. There are three forms of Shiva Shakti. One is that Shiva and Shakti are worshipped separately. Both are seen as two Murtis. The second is Shiva and Shakti in one form, Ardhanarishwara. The third is in the form of one power merged with other. That is, the form in which Shiva is merged in the goddess is called Kamakshi form, and the form in which the goddess is merged in Shiva is called Dakshinamurti. In this name it is said that the goddess merged in Shiva, that is Dakshinamurti. Sanakadi Samaradhya. The goddess is said to be worshipped by the sons of Brahma, the Sanakadis, Sanaka, Sananda, Sanadana and Sanat Kumara. These four are Devi Upasakas. Their Gurudev is Dakshinamurti. Shivajnana Pradayini. By this name, the goddess is described as the giver of knowledge about Shiva Tattvas. It is said that wisdom, which is the subject of Shiva, can only be obtained through Devi. 140 verses and 727 names have been completed. We are now in the 8th Shatakam. Let us recite today's 5 slokas.
ദീക്ഷിത ദൈത്യശമനി സർവലോകവശങ്കരി സർവാർത്ഥദാത്രി സാവിത്രി സച്ചിദാനന്ദരൂപിണി ദേശകാലാപരിച്ഛിന്ന സർവകാ സർവമോഹിനി സരസ്വതി ശാസ്ത്രമയി ഗുഹാംബ ഗുഹ്യരൂപിണി സർവോപാധിവിനിർമുക്ത സദാശിവപതിവ്രത സമ്പ്രദായേശ്വരി സാധ്വി ഗുരുമണ്ഡലരൂപിണി കുലോത്തീർണ ഭഗാരാധ്യ മായാ മധുമതീമഹി ഗണാംബ ഗുഹ്യകാരാധ്യ കോമളാംഗി ഗുരുപ്രിയ സ്വതന്ത്ര സർവതന്ത്രേശി ദക്ഷിണാമൂർത്തിരൂപിണി സനകാദിസമാരാധ്യ ശിവജ്ഞാനപ്രദായിനി.
We shall see the next 5 verses in the next video.